Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Jen, and today I kind of want to take some time and talk to you about the golden rule, which is not that the money makes the rules like in Aladdin, I mean, very fearful and cowardly people would have you think so. But fear and lack and control are, really the path basically to hell. Because you're removing yourself from source energy, which is completely love and joy, and abundance. It's not based in control and fear and lack. So anyway, having said that, golden rule is treat other people the way that you would have them treat you, or the way that you would want to be treated, right? So a few thoughts on this. One being, why don't we apply this rule to ourselves? The way that we treat ourselves, the way that we talk to ourselves. There are lots of times where in our thoughts, we say things to ourselves that are so cruel and so mean. I mean, it's meaner than anything that anybody else would ever say to us or that we would ever say to anybody else, So that's something to think about. The other thing to think about is that, the golden rule basically encompasses every other rule that you could, possibly imagine, right? Live and let live, right? It's treating someone else the way that you would want to be treated. Let's see, what's another rule? Thou shalt not kill. You wouldn't want to be murdered, right? So don't kill somebody else. Thou shalt not steal. You don't like shit getting stolen from you. Why would you do it to somebody else? Thou shalt not covet, which is basically like enviously wanting someone else's property or I wish that I had Jesse's girl. And that's not good either, because it comes from a place of non-appreciation, and not in a loving way. Like, it's literally just all fear-based. Like, what's the reason? Let's go with this whole relationship idea, right? I wish that I had Jesse's girl. So what's the whole reason why somebody would be coveting somebody else's partner, right? Usually, let's say, 9 times out of 10, rather than, the exception. Don't focus on the exception. But enviously coveting, like, how can I get this person? First of all, you're thinking of that person as property. And that's not good, because they have free will. They can choose for themselves. So if they don't want to be with you, then they're not going to be with you, period. Second of all, it comes from a place of fear, because basically you're seeing this relationship and you're scared to try one for yourself, because you're afraid that it's not going to turn out the way that you imagine this relationship to be in all of its quote-unquote perfection, which is how people in that mindset typically think. And I know this because I used to be in that mindset. You know what I mean? So I'm going back right now, and I'm reevaluating all my experiences in the past, and I'm reevaluating everything that has happened to me from my new perspective, which is from a place of connectedness to source, learning how to utilize and I guess capitalize on the law of attraction and manifest on purpose, which is incredibly eye-opening, and especially if you're honest with yourself, right? And well, yeah, anyway, I was in that mindset before. I have been the jealous person. I have been the person who wants someone else's something, And I learned very quickly not to feel jealous about it, because it was a yucky feeling and I didn't like it. But Doesn't mean that it wasn't still kind of there, you know, like on some of my journey. But that's the whole thing, is that it's a journey. The whole thing is a process, you know what I mean? You go through this process your entire life. And if you choose to learn and grow and experience things as a person, as a human physical being, and remain open to whatever that might mean, then your life suddenly becomes kind of magical, and you start to see things connecting and happening in ways that you may not have seen before. So, yeah, the golden rule though, I mean, literally, you get what you give. You get what you put out into the world, right? And that is, if you treat other people like crap, then other people are going to treat you like crap, you know? If you send out anger and frustration and complaining and not enoughness, then those are the feelings that will be quote unquote justified and reiterated to you by life, because this is what you hold in your heart. You know, this is what you hold emotionally. So the inner landscape is extremely important. And if you can kind of groom your inner landscape to feel its best, to be conducive to your energy, to be conducive to your living environment, to your lifestyle needs, right? Then your life will start shifting around for you to accommodate those needs, as long as you feel like it already has. And then comes the crazy, like, everything falls apart in order for better things to come together thing. But depending on how much of your life is not what you want, you may not have as ridiculous an experience as I've had over 12 months. So, oh my gosh. Here I go again with the yawning. I don't know why it always happens, but it does. Anyway, that being said, the golden rule is extremely important. You can apply the golden rule in place of any other fundamental, like, human rule, human right rule, right? And if you do, then you begin to treat other people better, and you also begin to treat yourself a little better. So don't forget to treat yourself well, okay? Because we, a lot of times, are so focused on the external and how other people are feeling that we don't take time to take care of ourselves. So if you can, as much as you can, take care of yourself and treat yourself that you would want, the way that you would want to be treated by other people. You know what I mean? Love yourself, be your own, meet your own needs, that sort of thing. You know what I mean? I'm learning how to do this. I'm getting better and better at it. I need less and less from the outside world, okay? My inner landscape is it's coming together. Of course, you're always going to be a work in progress. So am I. You know what I mean? Nobody ever gets there. There's no there to get to, which is a common misconception too. But the road is the important thing. So I'm going to enjoy my journey. I hope that you also enjoy your journey. And I hope that these videos that I'm recording help you along the way. Because I feel like there's not enough perspectives on all of this. I feel like any additional perspectives on these kind of spiritual and moral and human ideas and concepts, the more the merrier, right? Like, the more people we have understanding this and sharing it in the ways that only they can, right? Like, you share information and you create things in a very unique to you way. So some people say, yeah, everything's already been done before, blah, blah, blah. Well, I say, yeah, maybe, but never this way, in this particular fashion, with this particular, like, subtlety of message, you know? it's kind of like everybody on the planet could cook the same meal, the same exact meal. But if it's like something super common, you know, and somewhat easy, then people are going to differ, you know, in the way that they season it and in the way that they serve it and in the way that they present it. You know what I mean? So not that I'm like a culinary expert or anything like that, but that's just kind of a one way to look at it. You know what I mean? Like imagine you are just reinventing. You're not stealing necessarily, but sometimes we can offer different perspectives that nobody but us can really offer. So if you, if that epiphany kind of hits you at some point, I'm really, really happy for you, because that's when you really start putting yourself out there and you don't care what other people think so much, and you share your opinions and your knowledge, and your tribe finds you. You know, not that I have much of a tribe quite yet, but it's getting there, and I'm excited, and I hope that, you know, my videos help you guys in some way or another. Maybe there's a new concept in here, or a way of seeing things that you maybe haven't seen before, you know? So that being said, I hope you're having a fantastic week, and thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next video.